Hello, hello. I had a dream of tomorrow. I dreamed there would be peace, people living together as one. I dreamed that war would cease. I had a dream of tomorrow, of flowers, birds and trees, of life as nature intended, with everything set free. I had a dream of tomorrow. I wish the world could see. I wish it could be tomorrow, but today there is no peace.
Good evening.
Living in fear of tomorrow, another day, another lonely life, out of touch with the outside, waiting for something, waiting to die, thinking about being young again, the same old dream gone stale. Now all that's left is memories as all around turns pale. A knock on the door, a gang of youths. Got any money? Give it here quick. Can't understand what's going on. A kick in the stomach, the world looks sick. On the floor, hearing no sound, slipping away, it won't be very long. Tomorrow's headline's an epitaph, so that's what it's like to be young.
Dirty, dirty.
Male and female, young and old, thousands locked out in the cold. Thousands of homeless walk the streets, nowhere to go, no food to eat. Can't afford high council rates, long housing lists aren't worth the wait. All we want is the right to squat, free from the threat of eviction. The right to live in derelict houses, free from police restriction. Loads of empty houses all over town. All you do is knock them down. You don't think of people sleeping in a ditch. You only bother about the fortunate rich. You'll take notice of squatters someday, cause whatever you think, we won't go away. Dirty squatters! Police can't control the situation. Safety in numbers is no solution. The people retaliate with mindless violence. It seems the only way to make them see sense, that it don't achieve nothing but a bloody face. The MPs are convinced it's all to do with race. It's a lot of things all rolled into one. This country's sitting on a loaded bomb. Coppers are getting too big for their boots, inciting the youth to raid and loot. They've taken too much for far too long. It's easy to see both sides are wrong. No one can see no answer at all. They're banging their heads against a solid brick wall. Discussions, conferences, just a load of talk. Don't make our streets safe to walk. We can't live in peace. There has to be fighting, so the tension and the heat make life so frightening. Somebody's got to put a stop to this madness. We're creating this misery with our own blindness. Do you want to leave your kids peace and quiet, or do you want to have them killed in a riot? I'm numb in my senses, pumping shit in my veins. My head's so full of glue, I ain't left with much brains. I'm too much of a coward to try and slash my wrists, so I kill myself slowly, getting stoned and pissed. I can't face reality in this god-awful place, but I'll end a wasted life with a smile on my face. Not organised violence, it's not even racial hate, it's just a bunch of idiots following their big mates. They don't like the band, so they smash up the gig. If they spoil it for everyone, it makes them feel big. The press just love it, they only print bad news. They don't want to know a good gig, don't want to hear our views. But we won't let them spoil it, we won't give them a fight. We will win, cause we believe to live in peace is right. You buy the hit record with a message of peace. The big record company has money in the arms race. The 5 big corporations sell money to the world, sell weapons to the world. They make money from the record, they make money from the blood. Thousands slaughtered by company bombs, thousands brainwashed by company lies. Ask the mercenary, who pays his wages? The big business kills, and they're raking the cash. All our cash. The pretty picture on the LP sleeve can't hide the smell of blood and guts. The entrails of a child in the war. Read between the lines on the lyric sheet. The people who buy are just pieces of meat on a battlefield. Massacre of innocent people, financed by your favourite record label. Any big record label you'd like to choose. You finance the slaughter with blind, unseeing eyes. You finance the death willingly with blind, unseeing eyes. Big business kills your senses, murders you with lies. The record company lies. It's a man's death in the army. What a grand way to go. It's a grand death in the army. It's the only life I know. It's 5 years in the army, then end up on the dole. Been to Northern Ireland, think you know it all. Sing the blood and guts, strung across the street. Sing the faceless enemy, another piece of dead meat. Fighting for a country that doesn't really care. Searching for a future that isn't really there. Proud to wear a uniform, pride like that can kill. Looking for the glory, that's the ultimate thrill. Travel to far off places, fight other countries' wars. Try to end the battles that politicians cause. Return home to find no heroes welcome, no thanks. Risk life and limb against enemy guns and tanks. For God, the same God the enemy knew as theirs. For Queen, the figurehead too false to even care. For country, to which no one really belongs. For whatever reason, wars will always be wrong. Armies are used to oppress the country's masses, to protect the privileges of the ruling classes. The glory of war is a lie and a mythical con. There is no glory in death. War can never be won. Heroes don't exist. Ask any widow of World War II. Don't join the ranks of the dead, or the dead will laugh at you. It's a man's death in the army. What a grand way to go. Got up in the morning on the wrong side of the bed. The 4-minute warning still ringing in my head. A false alarm I saw the papers wrote. The panic in the city still sticks in my throat. How near did we get to the ultimate end? How many suicides and frightened friends? How much longer before the next mistake? How much more can the people take? The computer screwed up, the fortunate fled. Far away and left the world for dead. New technology governing life and death. The world waits with bated breath. Another cock-up they think is real. Is all we need, our fate is sealed. So next time you hear the 4-minute warning, stay in bed and kiss goodbye to the morning. Someone got run over today, just outside the school. Shoulda looked where he were going, stupid little fool. It's the news on everyone's lips, the gory details spread all around. They wish they could see forever the dead boy on the ground. Then 1 week later, it's just a memory, but not for the victims' loved ones. They suffer the agony, the morbid fascination that brightens up our lives, disappears until another day when the next road accident dies. Standing at the roadside, why do you stare? Is it the excitement, or do you really care? Girl on page 3, got nothing to hide. Hard cash for soft porn, she forgets her pride. Sex-starved maniac, don't have to look far. For his needs he buys the sun or the star. Daily rapist works with eyes, not tools. If you think it goes no further, you're being fooled. This sort of crap breeds lunatics. Does your husband think with his prick? Everyday bloke, don't have to be the ripper. The geezer next to you could be your killer. Pornography cheapens women. I know I'm a bloke, but I try to understand. Women ain't a tool for services to man. Fight back, 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 fight back. Daughter's found her man at last, but things are different from the past. Marriage does not interest them. They say they are more than friends. They can see through their parents' lies. They want to be free to live their lives, not bound by legal regulations, not forced together by old-fashioned relations. Don't believe in bits of paper. Mutual trust is so much safer. Never been to church since birth. To them religion has no worth. To wed in church is a contradiction, full of all the usual restrictions. Two people are easier to control if they can be treated as a whole. Family life is supposed to be great, but it's a breeding ground for hate. Oppression starts off in the home, the seeds of a society are sown. Father is always the big boss, treats mummy as a dead loss. Man beats woman, child starts to cry. He doesn't understand why his parents fight. But if they do it, it must be okay. They must be showing him how to behave. So the child has learnt to fight, and he believes violence is right. Another generation, worse than the last. Don't blame them, blame the past. Christened in church right from the start. Is it tradition or a feeling from the heart? Baby grows up with Jesus Christ, taught that his was the perfect life. Never knows that he's being conditioned, being prepared for a higher position. He won't be chained to a production line, won't have to follow leaders all his life. The church will teach him how to behave, how to treat people as his slaves. He now has the power to start a war to protect the possessions he lives for. Money is the cause of all sadness, created by the boss man's madness. The people blindly follow his instructions. They start a massive war production. The bomb for a capitalist society kills people but don't damage property. Wonderful inventions of death and blood cannot be used for anything good. A deterrent they may be for a time, but always they dominate our lives. All around we see our fate in the mirror. It is only we who can refuse to be killers. You disguise the truth with pretty names. A living thing is now a joint of beef. You shift the blame, but you can't hide your sickly smile, your blood-stained teeth. You are the butcher, not the man in the shop, but you haven't got the guts to kill your meal. If you saw the pain, it would make you sick. Just think how the animals feel. 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 Just think in the high street, the butcher's shop window is crammed with meat. Exposed flesh hung in horrible rows, waiting to be consumed. Pigs, sheep, cattle, poultry, all innocent in their nakedness. Butcher's apron stained with the blood of many cruel murders. Abattoir death smells stale in the midsummer heat so sticky. Mother chooses a Sunday roast carefully, dinner for the family. Cattle in the farmer's field know nothing of the racks of leather, the high street boutique with its belts and jackets and handbags. Cattle truck rolls slowly down the country lane so dark and ordinary. Rules forbid them to drive through crowded towns, might frighten the cargo. Little Susie pushes her steak away, she doesn't like the taste. Eat it up, there are people who will be glad of that, says Mummy. Little Susie forces the chewy meat down so as to please Mummy. In the high street, the butcher's shop window is crammed with death. Dewhurst, the master butcher, rubs his greasy palms together with glee. No blood on his hands, no guilt in his eyes, no mercy in his abattoir. Adolf Hitler was a butcher, but Dewhurst is the master of the trade. Genuine 100% real fur, perfect for the high-class lady. Products of death in the marketplace, a traditional slaughterhouse. In the interests of hygiene, the inspector checks the bloodbath arena. Pretty packages of corpse in the supermarket store. Tesco, Asda, Sainsbury's. Vietnam memories revived for the family dining room. Beef from Cambodia, steak and kidney pie. Kidney disease, heart disease, sinews stretched to cut. Sharp butcher's knife swings down to sever the head of a fattened calf. Christmas turkey on the table. 20 million every year are slaughtered. Rare steak blood still oozing out onto the blue willow Chinese patterned plate. In the high street, the butcher's shop window is crammed with your morality.
Just think how the animals feel. Just think how the animals feel.